This is a typical day in the Bahamas and the Exumas. Typically absolutely gorgeous. Typically pinch me. Don't ever let me look at this and not appreciate it for the beauty that it is. Typical thunderstorm. Yeah, they float around. Just look at where I call home. "10 to 15 knots breeze, typical. See a little white cap here and there, a little bouncy in the dinghy ride. But when typical is this beautiful, and you wake up to this every day, you go to sleep to this every night, yeah, you got to pinch yourself. If I'd have known how easy this was to do, how affordable it was to do. I say affordable, I got two bills. I got a phone bill, and I've got an electronic mailbox bill that scans my mail and I can read it over the internet. Those are my only two bills. We make our own electricity, make our own water. Gotta buy a little gas for the dinghy every now and then. A couple cans of diesel for the 27 horsepower. Is that a big diesel or what? 27 horsepower engine in Epiphany. Just to get her off the dock. Get her out to where she can put her sails up. Fly free. Yeah. Typical. Absolutely gorgeous typical. Breathtakingly typical. A bad day in the Bahamas. It's better than a good day anywhere else in my book. Now, as we slowly make our way around the world, at a stop and smell the coconut pace, and I emphasize that for all of you that say, "Hey, I thought you were sailing around the world, you're still in the Bahamas." I'm like, "Hey, you're still sitting on the sofa watching TV. I got a head start on you, bro. I don't have a schedule. I don't have a worry. Really don't have many cares. Not sure what day of the week it is, because it don't matter. Not sure what time of day it is, because it don't matter. There's two times on Epiphany. There's sunrise and there's sunset. It's all light between one side of them and all dark between the other. The only two times a day you got to worry about. But this gorgeous water, crystal clear. You see the bottom, 20 feet down. You see that little patch of beach there? I know you can see the monument. You slow down. Up on that hill's a monument. It's called Monument Hill. Nothing special, just the tallest hill around. But that right there, that beach, right there, right around the corner from where Epiphany's parked. Epiphany's right there, is a deserted beach. No houses, no trails, no people, pure white sand, and the moonlight. You're invited, but you gotta know the secret code. Epiphany does have a secret password, and it, on occasion, changes, like all good secret passwords do. And I think the secret password for Epiphany this week is GGT or GTT, one or the other. Basically, it's the airport code for the closest airport for you to fly and visit Epiphany. So if you're ever doubting what the secret code is, just ask. You know our position. You look on the map, or you can ask me. I can keep abreast of all that. What is the secret code That's the airport I'm gonna land at, because that's the closest one to Epiphany. But we have no guests on Epiphany. All we have is crew. You will be required to take 2 free sailing and boating courses online and pass, for which you will be awarded a certificate. Crew level 0, meaning you're lower than a swab. A swab knows how to use a bucket and a mop. He'll have to teach you. And it's possible to advance all the way to captain, depending on how long you hang out. But no guests, just crew. Come share the dream equally. Share the work. Sometimes there's a bunch, sometimes there's a little. Share the sailing. If I put a third person on the Epiphany to sail with us, that means Gordon and I get a full 16 hours off. Well, we split the watches up 4 hours and 4 hours generally. But you get 8 hours sleep that way. With just 2 of us, standing 12-hour watches each day, rotating in and out about every 4 hours. It's hard to get a solid sleep, and after a couple days, it wears you down. That's called shorthanded. But when you got 3 people, you space them out, rotate every 3rd watch, and get your 8 hours sleep. So that's always not necessarily a stated goal, but an opportunity to take advantage of if someone wants to come sailing. GGT. Say it. GGT, the secret code. Georgetown, Exumas International Airport. And it looks a little rough out here. It's bouncy. I haven't had a wave come over the gunnels yet and drench me. Not that I want to get drenched. Brand new bar just opened up, I think last December. Coconut Club is right underneath the monument. Let's see if I can get you a better look at it. Sunglasses and all on, boat bouncing. Hey, I don't know how well this is going to work. Ah, there's the monument. There's the Coconut Club. Brand new bar. Actually, very nice facility right there. Great place to take the kids. The food, basically 7-Eleven microwave crap. Not enough and way overpriced and not good quality. So eat before you get there. The drinks are delicious. Got tables and shade and umbrellas. All that stuff for the kids to play. Down there at the end of the island is where the sandbar is. Now that, down that end of the island is a truly bohemian hangout. Not a tourist trap. Off the beaten path. So it's become one of my favorites. It's only about a mile away. And of course, my all-time favorite, just for the glitz and glamour it represents, is Chat and Chill. There's a marina there. Actually got a good restaurant at the marina. And there's Chat and Chill. Only open daylight hours, closes at 6. Even during the busy season, they tell me, which is regatta week. But it's only a couple 100 yards away from Epiphany. Epiphany's on anchor right there. Oh my God. Every time I turn my head and look around, this water will hypnotize you. It's like you're living in a painting here. Yeah, if I'd only known. Been doing this 5 years. Just had an epiphany. That's why the boat's called Epiphany. A single thought, a single moment that said, sell it all, buy a boat, sail away. And that voice rung in my heart and my head and soul, commanding me, sell it all, buy a boat, sail away. I wish I'd have had that epiphany 20 years earlier. Everybody thinks you got to be rich to do this. Well, everywhere in life, sometimes being rich helps. When it comes time to doing boat repairs, it's nice to have extra money because they're not cheap. But if you can do it all yourself, and don't mind doing it all yourself, and enjoy doing it all yourself, then cruising, in its purest definition, is working on your boat in exotic places. Exotic like this. A little better look at the abandoned, deserted, desolate beach, waiting for you to come dance in the moonlight, just around the corner from Epiphany. And there's tens of thousands of them around the world in tropical paradises. Not going to visit them all. Not going to visit a majority. We'll see a bunch of them. See more than we visit. But from time to time, we will spend an evening on the beach with a bonfire, refreshing drinks. My son bought me a little mini 700X telescope. Got my stargazer on the phone here. We can look at the planets, watch the meteor showers, skinny dip in clear aqua green water, and dance to rock and roll like heathens in the moonlight. That's just some of the fun stuff we do. Don't put a lot of video of that up. Kind of one of them things, there's the good, there's the bad, there's the ugly, and then there's the unpublished. Some of the best parts of living this lifestyle is there's certain memories that are so precious, so amazing, so sated to give comfort to the soul long after the evening or the day has passed. You don't share them. Got a couple sunsets like that. They're mine. Call me greedy, call me selfish, but some memories are mine. Just for me. So when we want to go to town, this is our little 1.1 mile ride across the bay in our little taxi here. 12.5-foot Bree inflatable dinghy with my trusty Mercury 9.9 horsepower, which will get this up on plane, but ain't too rough, with me and Gordon in it. It's big enough to hold our dive gear and snorkel gear, and that's why we bought it. See all these mooring balls here? They just put them in a year ago. They're like 40 bucks a night, $450 a month. Or you could drop anchor like I do. There's my baby. Not just my baby, my home, my dreams, my path. And if you're sharp-eyed, you'll notice the starboard side wind generator is not spinning. Yeah, the bearings went out on that. We got a replacement. Amazon does ship to the Bahamas now. Pays all the duties and everything. And just because I think she's sexy, she really turns me on, we'll just give a drive-by. Something I do frequently. Yeah, let's take a look. You can see the water line's all scummy. It's due to be cleaned. I got my wetsuit out. I'll get my dive gear out and clean that this week. Also scrubbed the bottom of the dinghy. But checking my snubber. It's good and tight. Little chafe protection coming loose there. I'll go up and fix that. And the really sharp-eyed folks will notice, see the bow in the swim platform. Yeah, the angle I used on the back there was a little bit too light. Two big guys like me and Gordon in the rough seas. Over the course of 4 or 5 years, it has failed. I've got new aluminum angle, heavier aluminum angle. That's on the project list. So, got a couple chores. So let's get aboard and get to her. Home, sweet home. Not everybody lives like I do. Not everybody wants to or has to. But I do. Because this is my dream.